The simple, the most enjoyable way to bring the nature's beauty and nature's aroma to your daily life in your home. Yes, that's called Dhoop, Agarbatti, Sambrani, Tasangam, you call in many ways. But this made from dried flowers, the flower petals, and herbal leaves like neem leaves, dried neem leaves, tulasi, hibiscus, etc. So now Ms. Vani is going to explain in detail the step-by-step process. But before that, to show you guys how it is possible. So what you are seeing here, the paneer rose, the queen of roses, that dried rose petals. See that? The sound is most when you dry it should be like this. The cracking sound you should get it. See that? So you can basically the filter sunlight I'm drying it up, or you can dry it in the shade also. But the very important thing, you should get a crack. It should dry completely well. When you do that, you should get a cracking sound. That's a sign of it. Now the dried leaf, this is the jasmine leaf. See that? So, and the rose, hibiscus also we can do that. So these are the most essential part to make it. And adding the dried leaves means you don't need to add everything. As I said, the herbal leaves, neem, tulasi, and hibiscus. So dried leaves, herbal leaves, and dried flower petals like jasmine, roses. If you are specifically funny roses, then it will be good. Then marigold, all those stuff. All these can be dried and collected, and then you can start the process. Such an amazing way. And how to do in a step-by-step process is one is going to explain, and definitely this will be another practical experience which will definitely inspire you. On the final stage of grinding, you can add, along with this dried flowers and dried leaves with the mix, couple of cloves, sombu, vetiver, all those stuff like this cardamom. This will enhance this aroma, and it will definitely be very useful. And you can see natural air freshener. What you can keep in glass of water, and then you can keep your paneer roses and other like jasmines. That will be one of thing. Once it's dried out, you can use it for this. Dry it out, and you can use it for the making this dupe. So what a wonderful usage of this, right? Thank you.
Step 1. First we have to take all the dried flowers which we have kept, dried leaves and dried flowers. See, when we crush the leaf, it should make sound like this. So I have taken all the leaves and herbal leaves like neem, mango leaf, beetle leaf, then flowers, everything together. Now I'm transferring all this dried flowers into a mixer jar, and I'm going to grind. See, 2 times I already grinded. The powder is like this. This is the third time I'm going to grind. While the third time while grinding, we have to add these ingredients. Okay, these are the ingredients now I have at present in my house. So I'm using these ingredients. Apart from this, if you need some more things, you can use it. Okay, now I'm adding this to the my mixer jar. This is the third time. So third time I'm going to grind. I'm adding all these ingredients along with this. After grinding, I'll show the second step. After third time we are grinding, it becomes like this. We have added all the ingredients which I have added. Now I'm transferring it into the basin. So we have to transfer all the powder which we have grinded along with the ingredients together in a basin. So I am keeping it aside. So this is the powdered form. It should be in the brown color. When the flowers and leaves are dried fully, only will be getting in this color. Otherwise, it won't grind also when it is wet. So it hardly take at least 20 to 1 month to get dry. If you are drying in sunlight means it takes more 2 to 3 days. It's okay. But when I have dried in the shade, so it took me for 1 month. Once I finish this, I'll start collecting for the next month. Once the droops get over, then I'll start preparing again, so that circle will be correctly matching. Okay, now I'm going to mix water. We can use a paneer also. It's not at present I doesn't have paneer, so I'm using ordinary tap water. See, I'm using ordinary tap water for binding these things. We can pour it, or we can sprinkle also. It's left your wish. I'm pouring and making I'm binding the powder with water. When we use vessel like spoon or something to mixing process, then we doesn't know what is the consistency. So when we use our hand for this, we know how, what is the consistency for making the droops. So hardly for 3 times I'm using 1 tumbler. This is it comes around 200 ml of water. So I'm using this. So fully get over. So now my binding thing flour is got ready. I'll show you. See, it sits in this format. Okay, now I'm taking a mold. See, this is an syringe, 10 ml syringe. I have to cut the upper portion of this. Now you can pull it. See, pull fully. Now try to fill it inside. We have to press it tightly. See, I have pressed it fully tightly. Now it is done. Now I'm pushing it. This is the size I'm getting. Okay. I'm taking a vessel or a plate. I'm placing my droops on this. This is the first droop that I made. I hope now you can see it. This is the droop. Okay. Then again the remaining part we can push it. It's getting. Then again pull it, fill it. So how much you needed? I have taken fully. Okay, so I'm filling it. See, I have filled it. Then I'm pushing it. The droops are coming. Okay. Suppose some people hasn't got this syringe, we can use it as our hand as a mold, like this. We can keep it like a triangle. Suppose I doesn't have the mold to do this, means you can do like this, like a cone shape. This also will give a equal result as that. So, the mandatory portion is we have to dry all these droops in sunlight at least for 2 days. Now it is hot summer in my place. It's take at least 1 day. At least I have to keep it in the sunlight. Okay, once it's fully dried, I will ignite and show it. And this is the procedure. Again, I am repeating. First process is we have to collect all the dry leaves and flowers in a basin and keep it in the shade for 1 month. Once the basin is full, we have to transfer this into a mixer jar and we have to grind it. I have divided into 3 portions. 2 with dry flowers and leaves, and the third time while I'm drying, I'm adding some ingredients. For example, camphor, pachakarpuram, sandal, cardamom, like that, all the things which I am using it, and I'm grinding it. Then after grinding it comes like this. I am pouring tap water, 200 ml of tap water. If it needs means you can add more also, but it should be coming in the binding position. Okay, when it is fully prepared means, then I can use this mold for the making droop. If the people who doesn't have this mold, we can use it like this. We can make a triangle, cone, sorry, not a triangle, cone shape, like this, cone. And we have to, the mandatory portion is this: we have to dry all these things in the sunlight at least for 2 days. Once it is fully dried only, we can ignite it for our house. Okay, I hope the preparation has been cleared. If you're having any doubts, you can ask me. But this is a homemade thing. Everyone can try. Thank you so much.
This is the final one. Now, while binding it, Ms. Vani added water, right? A glass of water. If you add a couple of teaspoons of desi ghee as well, then the aroma, everything will be totally awesome. That's the difference. So add the desi ghee also while making it in the end, while binding. This is the doop, which is homemade completely from flower petals and herbal leaves, dried. Oh. So, nature to the home. Hope you have watched carefully and understood really well. Any sort of doubts, you are most welcome to ask in the comments. We will be happy to clarify it. Thank you, everyone. And very special thanks to Ms. Vani for taking effort to explain everything in so detail.